The AP VoteCast has been interviewing all day and throughout the week, and we find that no matter who Americans voted for, this is really shaping up to be a referendum on the Trump presidency. In fact, about 8 in 10 Trump voters say that they voted for the man rather than in opposition of Joe Biden. On the other hand, half of Joe Biden voters say that they specifically voted in opposition of Donald Trump. And similarly, when we ask Americans whether the country is on the right track or the wrong track, we find that 7 in 10 Trump voters say the country is headed in the right direction, while about 90% of Biden voters say that the country is headed in the wrong direction. Each candidate has a unique coalition of voters motivated by a myriad of attitudes, opinions, and issues. For the Biden coalition, about 3/4 or more say that Trump has increased corruption and is too lenient on extremists. They also strongly support, of course, climate change and a public option for health care. On the Trump side, it's really more motivated by the man rather than issues, with 90% of Trump voters saying that he is a strong leader and about 80% saying that he has made Washington better. We know that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have very different positions on mask wearing, with Joe Biden being much more in favor of even mandating mask use across the United States. And in fact, what we find is that only 5% of Biden voters would oppose the requirement of mask wearing in public, while some 40% of Trump voters oppose that same position. Now, we also asked voters who would have a better handle on the coronavirus moving forward, and unsurprisingly, about 95% or more of Trump voters say it would be Trump, and 95 or more percent of Biden voters say it would be Biden. But what's notable is about 6% of the American electorate said that both would be able to handle the virus equally, and of those voters, 4 out of 5 say that they're going to vote for Donald Trump. Now, earlier, I reported on whether Americans think we should limit the spread of the virus as compared to limiting damage to the economy. And our majority were found to want to limit the spread of the coronavirus. But what we find is that this, again, is another issue that divides America, with about 70% of Trump voters saying we should limit damage to the economy and 90% of Biden voters saying we should limit the spread of the coronavirus.